Hello, today I'm gonna talk about my opinion of the outcome of NXT Takeover Brooklyn 4, the second best NXT Takeover of the year in my opinion. So let's get started match by match. My opinion, reaction, and rating from 1 to 5. So let's. To start off the night, we had Undisputed Era taking on Mustache Mountain for the NXT Tag Team Championships. That, in my opinion, that was the match of the night. That match was insane, had plenty of spots, the crowd was way into it. Kyle O'Reilly with its guitar titled What's Not to Love. I give the match a perfect 5 out of 5. It was an amazing opener, it was just amazing, and I highly recommend, one of my favorite tag team matches of 2018. Next, we got EC3 versus Velveteen Dream, which was, in my opinion, the least, amazing match of the night. It had great spots, the ending was magnificent, the Call Me Up Vince tights from Velveteen Dream were hilarious, and I just liked the match in general. I didn't like it as much as the rest of the card, but it was an amazing match in its own way. I mean, maybe there's an EC3 versus Velveteen 2, probably. Was it a good match or bad match? Your opinion. My opinion was it was decent. And then coming up next, it was my second favorite match of the night, Adam Cole versus Ricochet for the NXT North American Championship. Well, this match started extremely slow considering this is a Ricochet match, but let's remember Ricochet was recently injured in a live event in Paris. But this match actually ended really well with amazing spots, amazing chemistry, and what's not to hate. I mean, it's Ricochet versus Adam Cole for NXT North American Championship. It ended up with Ricochet defeating Adam Cole with a 630 senton, which it's an amazing move in my opinion. I give it a 4.5 out of 5, and probably my best, Ricochet and Adam Cole match ever since. Then we've had Shayna Baszler versus Kairi Sane for the NXT Women's Championship, which was actually a match that I didn't thought it was going to be this good. I expected it to be the worst match of the card, considering, it's Shayna and it's Kairi, and, even though the match at the Mae Young Classic was good, it wasn't as great as other matches of the, the whole tournament. But they tore the house around. Kairi Sane, this side of Kairi Sane that we saw TakeOver was amazing. 2 insane elbows. The anchor, the ending was random, which was actually surprising for me since I actually didn't expect it. I expected Kairi to win, but not this way, it was amazing. The match itself, the storytelling was amazing. Shayna looked extremely good, Kairi looked extremely good. The match was insane as it is. So I gave it a 4 out of 5. So that's. And lastly, we had the main event that was Johnny Gargano versus Tommaso Ciampa for the NXT Championship in a last man standing match. The match itself was great. It was amazing. The storytelling has been amazing ever since they started with the feud. The ending was, even though I hated the fact that Johnny Gargano missed the knee and hit the audio equipment and injure himself. That's actually a report that came out later the weekend, that Johnny Gargano actually injured himself doing the spot. The ending was kind of confusing, but I loved it, how Tommaso Ciampa standed in the end, handcuffed, all beaten up. I expected Johnny Gargano to win, but I am not mad that Tommaso Ciampa, ended up winning. So probably the most reasonable match to end the feud between these two is a 3 Stages of Hell match. Hopefully it would happen before, having Aleister Black come back and have a rematch, because we all know that Aleister Black is already ready to main roster stardom. Hopefully WWE doesn't screw him up also. Now, some notable sequences in the night was 1, the War Raiders attacking Undisputed Era. This is probably a prediction. Hopefully it happens. If it doesn't, it's just me, being a crazy ass fan. Considering the fact that War Raiders attacked Undisputed Era has beef with Mustache Mountain, and of course Ricochet defeated Adam Cole for the North American Championship. Undisputed Era then confronted Ricochet after the event that we'll see on YouTube, Then Pete Dunne stepped in and then, basically called a Ricochet. Why not have the next War Games match? Because it's rumored that we will have a War Games at NXT TakeOver Los Angeles. Which, if it happens, the War Games match should be Ricochet and War Raiders versus the Mustache Mountain and Pete Dunne versus the Undisputed Era, which sounds good on paper, so hopefully that. And of course, my favorite moment of the whole night, Matt Riddle debuting his first NXT takeover. I know it was an in-ring appearance, but just appearing and debuting on the NXT brand was just, amazing. Hopefully his in-ring debut is awesome later on the year or next year, whenever he wants to debut. The King of Bros is on NXT, and I'm super hyped for what he's going to do, what they will have him do. The guy is talented, the guy is great. If you haven't checked him out, check his work on the indies, please. He's amazing, and he's so worthy to be in NXT right now. So, well, may the future be bright for this young Matt Riddle, King of. So those were my opinions on NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 4. That show was amazing in general. NXT takeovers don't disappoint. Hopefully I will review SummerSlam 2018 later in the week. I don't know. So this is your boy Chris Wolf. My Instagram @ChrisWolfPR. Subscribe, like, comment.